Today we're going to be doing Pave the Trail Day 87.
Why, thank you, kind lady. And now, without further ado, write your name so you can get credit. Let's go on to when we did regular polygons. Remember that this shape right here, we definitely know how to do that, right? We know that it's 1/2 base times height. So let's go 1/2 times 5 times 6. Let's take half of 6 to be 3. 3 times 5 is 15 square centimeters. Now we're going to remember that's just the red part right there. Okay, and we are going to see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these that are all 15. So the next thing we'll do is 15. Oh, why did I do 18? 18 times 5. Why am I doing 18 again, guys? 15, there's 8. The answer will probably still be the same, but 8, 9, 10, 11, 120 centimeters squared. It is very likely that by the end of this video, I'll have made some mistake. I've done pretty good so far, especially the last few lessons. So, all right, find the area. What is this shape? It's a parallelogram, right? Because these are parallel, those are parallel. If it's a parallelogram, then we're going base times height, and which means I don't need that number 8 right there. That's not the base, that's not the height. We're looking for that little square right there. That's going to give us that 90-degree angle, and that's where the base comes straight across. The height goes straight off of it. Those are the two numbers we need. So 6 times 12 is 72 centimeters squared. A parallelogram has an area 276 square meters and a base of 12 meters. What is the height? All right, hey, it's parallelogram again. So we know we'll go base times height. It gives us the area. It gives us the base. And we are looking for the height. How do we do this? Divide by 12. Divide by 12. Get your calculator out. And go 276, divide by 12. And you get 23. How are you going to label that? Well, you're going to use meters because that's how everything else was labeled. But we're not going to square it because we're just talking about the height. And the height is just like this. This is the height right there. It's just a straight line going up, isn't it? So we don't need to square anything. We're not finding the area. Speaking of area, let's find the area of this shape. Now we've got parallel here, but these two are not parallel, are they? So it's not a parallelogram, it's a trapezoid, which means we'll do the base plus base times height and half that to get the answer. Again, remember that my bases are the two parallel lines. So I'm going to go 6 plus 4 times that by 3. Half of 10 times 3, half of 10 is 5, times 3 is 15 meters. Now this is squared, right? Because we're finding area. I just found out that there are 15 squares inside of that trapezoid. Oh, more area. We've been doing area for a while, haven't we? So because it's area again, we'll have it be, our answer will be squared, won't it? This is a triangle, so I need to do the 1/2 base times height formula. So my base is 11, my height is 9. Do you guys see that 90-degree angle again? That's why I use that 11 and that 9, because that signifies the base and the height. Okay, half of 99 is something. Okay, I've got two options to take half of 99. I can go 99 divided by 2. And that should half it, right? 49.5. Or my other option is I can go 99 times 0.5. That should give me 49.5 as well. So either of those options will help you get half of a number. Okay, so again, we either did 0.5 times 99, or we did 99 and then we cut it into two pieces. Both of these gave us 49.5 inches squared. A plant grows 3 inches every week and started at a height of 6 inches. Write an equation for the plant's height h as it grows 3 inches a week. So we're using W for week, height for h, and we're going to circle the dependent variable. I remember this 10 lessons ago. Wow. Okay. A plant grows 3 inches every week. That's like 3 inches per week, right? Or 3 inches each week. All of those words means times. So 3 inches per, and what are we doing for week? W. 3 inches per week will give us, oh wait, but it started at 6 inches, and then it's been going 3 inches a week after that. Ooh, I'm glad I saw that. That will give us the total height. Circle the dependent variable. Well, the height is dependent because the height will depend on how many weeks we let it grow, right? How long of time we're going to let it grow, then we can figure out the height. So h is dependent. 15 lessons ago, we were solving for x. When we solve for x, the two keys are to isolate and do the same thing on each side to keep it equal, right? So how can we isolate that x? Well, if it's being divided by 0.3, the opposite of divide is times. That now gets us the x isolated. And so we're going to do the exact same thing on this side. So 180 equals x. Now I could check that and use a different color to check it. And I could put that 180 degrees here. And I could plug in my calculator, 180 divided by 0.3. Wait, that's a 0.3. Oh, that's going to change my answer. Okay, here's how I could have checked. That would have been genius of me. 180 divided by 3. Oh, that does give me 60.
You want me to check your work?
What am I doing wrong? Oh, okay, but it's 180 divided by 0.3. I figured it out, which is not 60, it's 360. So that's what I could have been like, okay, the answer is not 180. What did I do wrong? And then when I realized, guess what? It's 0.3. So I'm now thinking it's 18 divided by 0.3. That one does give me 60. Whew, good thing I checked it. It's not 180. It is x equals just 18. Good thing I checked. All right, lesson 20, solve for j. So again, we're isolating. And then we're going to keep things equal by doing the same thing to each side. So how can I get the j alone? Well, if this is minus 6, the opposite of that is plus 6. I can do that to this side as well. I'm going to remember to line up my decimals, right? If I need to add a 0.0, I can do that. So this one I get 9.4. Okay, I'm going to check it. Good thing I checked last time, right? So I'm going to plug that into there. Is it true that 9.4 minus 6 gives me 3.4? Yes, I checked it. I feel confident that that is correct. 40 lessons ago. Whoa, did you guys see that? I have the calculator in the way the whole time. Oh, shoot, sorry. We isolated, and then we did the same thing to the other side. In 6th grade, 13 out of every 20 students are having school lunch. What percentage of students are having lunch? Immediately, I'm thinking percent over 100, part over whole. That'll at least help me get it set up. It says the 13 is not a percent, the 20 is not a percent. It's asking for the percent. So I'm going to have nothing over 100. And then 13 is the part that's having school lunch, 20 are the total number of students. So now I can be like, hey, look, I see a relationship here. I can times by 5. So then I do 13 times 5. And I get 65. oops, 65%. That makes sense? Yeah, 13 is a little more than half of 20, and 65 is a little more than half of 50%. What is the quotient? Oh wait, let's go down here to 60 lessons ago. So 60 lessons ago, we did number lines. Graph the number line below. Graph the numbers below on the number line. Okay, so -1 2/3. We know that -1 2/3 would be between -1, and it's a little more negative than that, so it'd go all the way to -2, wouldn't it? So somewhere between -1 and -2 is -1 2/3. Now the next part is to divide those two integers into thirds. Right now it's divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's divided into tenths. I don't really want tenths. It's going to make more sense for me to divide it into thirds. So I'm going to ignore those, and I'm going to make my own 1, 2, my own thirds. Okay, so here's -1. It means it's -1 1/3. This is -1 2/3. Right there. Okay. I can go slower if you're going to keep bothering me. Okay. 1.3. All right, well, 1.3 would be between 1 and 2, wouldn't it? There's 1, there's 2. Now we know that 1.3 is the same as 1 3/10, right? This is 1 3/10. This is 1 3/10. And like we already counted, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that's already in tenths. So this means that's 1.1, 1.2, 1.3 is right there, 1 3/10. Booyah. Last one is 80 lessons ago, we were dividing whole numbers. So let's go. The first number always goes inside. And let's divide it into 32. 32 can't go into 1 or 14, but it can go into 144. I'm going to try 5 times. 15, 16, a little too big. So let me go with 4. 128. Sounds good to me. Gonna have to regroup that and get 16. Oh, I'm glad that I hadn't deleted that already, because now I have no remainder. So the answer is 45. Awesome. Got it. All right, guys. See you tomorrow.